intro the show or what?
Oh, we're not that cool. We can't just roll into it. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Jam Show.
That's Justin. I'm Matt. This is the Jam Show.
Yeah, dude. Episode 2.
Numero deuce.
Thank you to everybody that commented and listened to the first episode. It was way more people than I really thought.
Sure.
I thought like myself and you playing it over and over again just to get the views up would have done it. But no, there's actually...
Did you listen to it?
I did.
Yeah, what do you think?
That was painful.
Yeah, listen to your own voice.
Oh, dude, I said dude, bro, and for sure, like a total of 15 or 20 times in the first like 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh,
so
bro, for sure, dude.
I'm going to do a very calculated effort to watch my P's and Q's today.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. We will see.
We do have somebody hit me up for a birthday shout out.
Whoa, whose birthday is it?
It's your birthday coming up, dude. Happy birthday.
Oh, shit. Happy birthday.
Dude, I know that.
Oh, you sneaky sneaker.
Yeah, tell Justin happy birthday, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
I almost forgot.
I'm here to remind you.
Man, it's also my father's birthday.
Oh, really? Same day? Or?
Same day.
Oh, happy birthday, Mr. Reynolds.
Mr. Wayne Reynolds.
Wayne Reynolds.
Yes.
You're on the line.
Yes, sir.
You guys gonna do anything special?
You know, Lauren just asked me that, and I'm kind of broke right now.
Oh, dude.
You know,
Dude, what are you talking about?
Duplex
big
landlord issues.
Oh.
Just trying to get it cleaned up and stuff.
Yeah.
Really, it's not having a renter and having to pay the full mortgage.
That's a harsh one, man.
It's so. I mean, when you get used to having a renter, you get used to having a renter in there, and then you're like, oh man, my mortgage is almost not existent.
Yeah, you should be saving money.
Hey, that's something I'm working on. I'm working on it.
What are you working on it, dude?
The first step is writing down everything I spend.
Yeah?
So I'm
trying to do a budget?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so hard.
It's very difficult.
Me and my wife have done like 8 budgets.
Yeah.
And then we were doing really good, and then COVID hit, and that just like papers up in the air.
You and everybody else, right?
Right, yeah.
But you got those stimulus checks, Matthew.
Fat.
Dude.
We put those straight into the bank.
Yeah. Feel you. Wow. Yeah, I was going to say we had strike too.
Yeah. That was a weird one.
Actually went to the food bank. So that's
how
bad
that was. The food bank
was.
saved my
dude,
life.
That and deer meat?
Oh, yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for those two things, I would have been, like, bumming food from my family.
Oh, for sure. Borrowing money. Yeah, dude,
that's something I got to make sure I got circle back around and donate to the food bank.
Oh, not a bad idea.
That's something I'm going to make a point to do this year.
It's coming up to a year since we had that strike.
Maybe even volunteer.
That's a hard pass for me.
No?
No.
Okay.
I'd volunteer.
I tried.
I volunteer for
folks.
some things, just not that.
Okay.
Hit me up and maybe I'll go down.
All right.
But yeah, we had a budget before COVID, and so by the time the strike came around, I was pretty happy that we had that because we were able to survive.
Yeah. No, yeah. If I wouldn't have had a renter, again, would have been effed.
Yeah.
Anyway.
How are you doing on drinking, buddy?
I don't drink.
Yeah. How long have you been counting the days or just not doing it?
No, I haven't been counting the days.
Yeah.
Lauren was keeping count of how long she had quit drinking, but I had one beer, maybe 2 in between there, just to flex my muscle of being able to
have one
and done. Yeah. Yes, precisely.
Yeah. I'm about 2 weeks.
Oh, congrats!
It's not that I'm keeping track, but I am trying not to. You know, I've never been a drink every day kind of guy, but when I did, it was off the handle.
Oh yeah,
and you know.
Oh yeah, dude, I know. I picked you up. I was there.
But yeah, I don't know. It's been 2 weeks. Nothing's much changed.
It's not for everybody.
Oh, you're not saying.
And some people don't know it's not for them.
That is also
that's
true.
Mostly the problem for most people.
Yeah,
but who am I to judge?
Yeah, and good on you if you can go one and done it, or
no judgment for those who do drink out there.
Yeah, no big deal.
Anyway,
we're just talking about us.
Yeah, it's all about me right now and Matt.
Oh,
that's why it's the Justin and Matt show.
Yeah.
Anyway,
if you came here not expecting to hear our opinions, back in the bus. You got anything else you want to talk about?
I kind of want to. Maybe just jump straight into the current events of all the wild objects being shot down over North America.
Yeah, dude.
Are we being invaded by aliens?
I didn't hear about that Chinese balloon at all. I don't absorb the news anymore. It makes me too crazy.
So, on a side note of that, so at work, the homepage on my computer is just like
Yahoo News or something.
No, it's like it's like all kinds. It's just like a page. I don't know if it's like, I want to say it's Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge.
Okay, yeah.
It's like every fucking news story in the world going on here. That's how I figured out about the weather balloon as soon as it happened. It's like breaking news. But today, I come into work today, and it's like the first thing that's on there is this dude's head sideways like this on like taped to a bunch of cinder blocks, and it says like Wagner Group, another sledgehammer execution video.
Whoa.
Like, dude, that fucked my whole day up.
Oh, that's wild to come
Yeah,
into
dude, it just
homepage of the Explorer.
and it was like, if you know how like there's like thumb up, thumbs down. This thing was like thumbs down like 5 times as many times as it was thumbed up, and I
still on the front page.
guarantee that's why it was on the front.
I had just seen something about the big Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial.
Okay.
It was huge. Never have I ever been that inside, and I try to avoid the news.
Oh, yeah.
But I still knew a lot about it because it was just everywhere.
Well, you couldn't avoid everybody telling you about it.
That's true.
There were people that were obsessed with it.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
But it's like not since ever have I been, that inside of a court case of all things.
Right.
And then I had heard, we had talked about Epstein's girl.
Okay.
I heard that this whole Johnny Depp thing was maybe a cover-up for that, what was that trial? The Epstein's old lady?
Oh, Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell had either a court hearing or you were talking about an interview, but I guess that was going on at the same time. Potentially some sort of media cover-up.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then
Conspiracy.
that makes me wonder, all these things getting shot out of the sky, it's everywhere, dude. I was trying to find different news articles to talk about this week, and I was like, I can't find any.
70 chests. What are they covering up?
Yes, covering up with aliens of all things. Like,
They're
it's
really...
got to be so big,
right?
That they're like, oh, aliens, dust that one off.
Oh my god, what could it be?
So yeah, anyway. The UFOs. This is the first time ever that the U.S. has ever had to shoot objects out of its own airspace.
Whoa.
So yeah, nothing's usually coming over the U.S. until now, is what it sounds like. So the things that got shot down, I only found 3. I heard there was 4, but one was Alaska. That was some sort of object at 40,000 feet. February 11th is what I think.
The size of a small car. That's what they said. Definitely not a balloon.
Yeah. So what I had heard was this is the first I've heard of it.
Okay.
So I wasn't able to go further. I think they were able to recover it, right?
They said they shot it down over a frozen part.
Yeah.
So they should be able to recover more of that than of that Chinese spy balloon. But I know they did say that it was most likely unmanned. And they said it was definitely not a balloon. They said that's what the
hard sides.
That's what it was like. The size of it was way different, right? And then
I hadn't seen it.
I could have swore they had a picture of it. But
I mean, I didn't see it.
No, I didn't see it either. I guess I might have seen a photo of it.
Well, there was so many things right in a row that...
And the way those news sites are, there's like ads, fucking videos playing. You gotta like close out of shit and play like asteroids just to avoid.
Yeah, in the upper and lower quarters
it's
of
like shit's flashing. It's like, what am I even looking at?
Yeah,
here?
am I gambling right now?
Yeah, right? Am I losing my 401k? Shit.
And then there was one over the Yukon Territory of Canada. That was about the same day. We got a podcat in here if you hear any meowing. So that was... they caught it because... that one, when they got close to it, got shot down by like an F-22.
Right. I read the it was like a little jab to Canadian Air Force that said Canadian and U.S. planes were deployed. U.S. fighter shot it down. just so you know.
but it was interfering with some of the pilot's sensors.
Oh,
when they were like around it.
That's exciting.
And pilots were saying that it had no identifiable propulsion system.
So they're shooting down the Tic Tacs now?
It could have been. The third one is the only one that I could catch a shape on. It was at like 25,000 feet, which I'm not sure how. Planes fly at 30?
Yeah, something like that. It's all numbers to me right now.
Yeah. So they saw it over Montana, lost track of it, which is weird, right?
That's kind of trippy.
And then shot it down over Lake Michigan.
Over Lake Michigan.
So from Montana to Michigan, I don't know how long
it was like Huron, right?
It was right
both
over
of them.
Both. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I saw a very funny Reddit
that one was
comment
octagonal shape
about the news article, and it was like Chinese spy balloon, you get a sidewinding. God, I forgot what the second one was, but then the third one was like you hyperwarp over North America, and your communications go out. You still get a sidewinding. It's like, yeah, it's like what if that was somebody like from the future, and they're just like, oh shit, boom. You know what I mean?
You still get a sidewinder.
It's like you can't even talk to anybody. They're just throwing rocks at you, but explosive,
yeah.
infrared guided.
Yeah.
I wonder how much those missiles cost.
Yeah, this would be a terrible time to zip back to.
Yeah, you would be like, everybody would try, and if it's not those guys on that island that are throwing spears at that Christian guy, you remember that? It was like some tribe that lives. They're like, not Papua New Guinea. But man, it's escaping me right now. But it's like some small island, and it's a completely like hunter-gatherer style tribe
from the world.
Yeah, 100%. And this guy fucking paddles in, thinking he's gonna give him Jesus Christ, and he died. I'm pretty sure they speared him. It's like, that's brutal.
Yeah,
that's hard.
He's an alien.
Exactly.
To do whatever aliens do.
And I'm sure they've had some other white dude come by, and it probably wasn't a good experience for him. So they're like,
I bet.
Get this guy. Get him.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, you guys, I got all these ugly rocks. Here, I'll give you a whole chicken for these dumbass rocks.
Right?
Fucking gems and shit. So, yeah. But going back to you talking about the size of a Volkswagen, what some people are saying is that North America, since that balloon got in or something like that, North America is like recalibrating their sensors.
As they should.
Yeah, so it was set up for like a plane-sized object, and now they're like, oh shit, there's different sized objects. So they're calibrating to catch smaller things. Okay, it's scary for us, right?
Right.
I saw a thing that China was like, yeah, they send 10 of those things over a week. Like, we're always seeing America balloons. They paint a flag on the side of ours. Like,
that is kind of funny. Man, what are you going to do?
What could we do?
They're taking our AR-15s here in Illinois, so...
Are they really?
Isn't that what they did? The weapons ban?
There was a weapons ban in Illinois?
Yeah.
I did not keep up.
Man, that was I guess that should have been a news article, I guess.
I kind of
missed that one, guys.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to check that out later.
Yeah. But yeah, aliens. Starting this week. Write it down, everybody, in your history book.
Yes. They said no. The General Glenn Vahake from the Pentagon, he says they won't rule out anything. They haven't ruled out anything.
So he's not saying...
They said, everyone wants to know, have you ruled out extraterrestrials and why? And he was like, well, I'll let other people speak more to why, but we haven't ruled out anything.
Oh, well,
that's without saying we're not ruling out aliens. He's saying we haven't ruled out anything. He's just like, aliens just goes into the pot with everything else.
Yeah. Weird. That's real weird.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird that they were like instantaneously knew that balloon was Chinese. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But now these other three objects magically appear, and they're like,
we don't know.
Magically, well, we don't know anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. History, folks.
Yeah, It's new
made.
every day.
It's being made right now.
Oh, you go again? You haven't found anything?
I did have a correction.
Oh, okay.
Ethan Suplee, not in Full Metal Jacket, folks.
Oh, okay. I did see that.
I completely I don't know why I thought he was in that movie.
But Full Metal Jacket was what you were talking about.
I don't even know what.
No, we were talking about Ethan
Suplee just losing weight.
Yeah.
And then I referenced him being in a movie that he was not in.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's all. That's all I had.
Hey,
for that correction.
We'll try to do that every time we can. And if we say something wrong, let us know. Put it in the comments.
That quote that I could not remember as well.
Yeah.
I did figure that out. It was no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man.
Damn.
And that is Heraclitus?
Heraclitus.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean...
That's a good quote, though.
Yeah.
That's a good quote.
It's a good
Technically correct, I guess. You got me. I feel like that's what those guys were doing. They were just sitting around.
Saying stuff kind of vague enough to be... And maybe those were meaningful at the time.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we were sitting in rivers.
And like quotes have more impact, when they're applicable to the situation, I think.
It's like you must be an open vessel to receive that quote.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's like an arrow. You can shoot quotes at something all day. Some of them just hit a little more.
Some of them ring truer.
Yeah.
You're like a tuning fork, tuned to a certain frequency. Anyway, I did do a float last weekend.
Float?
Over at QC Float.
That's where I did mine.
It was a pretty nice place.
It was cool.
It was. I don't know if it was different than I expected, but
yeah, those float tanks were huge.
They were very. Yeah, it was fucking huge. Yeah.
Impressive.
It had to have cost a lot of money to set that place up.
Dude,
I can't even imagine.
No joke.
But yeah, dude, the experience. I just said, dude.
I've been saying it the whole time.
Cut it out. You're fucking with me. You're setting me up for this.
Oh yeah.
God damn it. Anyway.
So your first time. Mine was a couple of years ago. I want to say I did drugs beforehand. I
was stone cold sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think I just went in, turned everything off, and started trying to do.
And did you have any sort of meditation practice prior?
On and off.
Yeah. For sure.
It definitely, I feel like, helped. Like that was like an intense case of a meditation.
Yeah, it's like forced meditation.
Yeah.
Essentially, I've got a little bit of a meditation practice, like 10 minutes, almost every day for going on 3 years. And I'd say I'm probably 5 out of 7 days a week, pretty consistent. But doing just 10 minutes a day meditating and then doing that hour, it's I don't know. I almost feel like just doing 10 minutes a day is a more powerful type of a practice.
Yeah.
But it's not. I don't know. It's good. I think it's like good because it like can help you level up to doing like a 20-minute meditation every day.
What did it run?
For cost-wise?
Float, yeah.
I think it's like up to like $79.
Okay.
Now.
Well, my wife's been like, you need to do something to take care of yourself. And like, dude, there's a fucking Elvis Presley tribute event in Southern Illinois. And I was like, is it fucking crazy if I buy $300 tickets to this thing? All access?
Whoa.
I was jacked, dude. And my wife was like, kind of talked me into trying to do it. And I was like, I should do a float because that is much more reasonable.
By Elvis Presley.
Oh, dude, 3 days of the P-Man.
3 days?
Yeah.
How much Elvis Presley can you take, dude?
We'll see. It'll be...
I'm looking up right now at a Elvis Presley... what is this, Matthew?
Tapestry?
Tapestry, and it's...
A wall hanging?
It's stapled to his ceiling right above us right now.
Yeah,
so
Elvis is always looking down.
And his groin is right above Matthew's head.
That's how I get taller.
That's on purpose, I'm sure. Anyway, that's how much he loves Elvis Presley. Anyway.
But yeah, doing a $100 float is like way more realistic.
That's
to me.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like what I'm thinking right now.
It's a mature choice. Hats off to you, sir. Yeah, no, But what do we got for the book this week, Matt?
Oh, doing chapter 2 and 3?
Chapter 2 and 3. Nice. I listened to these 2 chapters a few times.
It was like a 2-minute one and a 4-minute one?
Well, chapter 2 is 11 minutes.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And then chapter 3...
It's 80% the one story.
Yeah, it's just about the monk. But it was a good story.
Yeah. So, what we're reading is Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Wynn. A little subtitle thing on here is Why Your Thinking is the Beginning and End of Suffering. And we're going to do chapter 2 and 3. Chapter 2, The Root Cause of All Suffering. It has a quote at the top of every page, or every chapter rather. So this one is, one who looks around him is intelligent. One who looks within him is wise. By Matshona Dewey Doliwo. That.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's one of those things that sometimes it rings truer depending on the situation to me. It's just kind of a blanket quote sometimes.
Yeah, it's just one of those generic, kind of like...
Some people have a lot of evil inside of them, you know what I mean? Like, some people don't think great.
Yeah, there's like...
Their insides could to make them do wrong things.
Yeah, some people you'd prefer them not to have the opportunity to express themselves.
So just because they look within themselves doesn't make them wise. I mean, I think you gotta be wise in some ways before that.
Yeah, but then it's what you do with those. It's the actions you take, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what truly makes you wise. It's not. Anyway, who am I? Who am I? What am I?
Sydney Banks once said, "Thought is not reality, yet it is through thought that our realities are created."
That's a powerful quote.
Yeah, it's like I was thinking about that one, and it's like there's been so many times where I mishear something or like something said or done, take it way too personally,
Absolutely.
and I'm like, I hate that person hates me. There's so many things I can put onto a situation generally that doesn't behoove me, you know.
Oh, absolutely. It can snowball so quickly, right?
Generally, it's like a mistake I made, and then I gotta, come up with reasons to figure out why it happened or something.
Oh, yeah.
Make it all make sense in my head. And that could, you're just creating your own reality in that moment.
You're creating your own concentration camp.
Oh, a little mental concentration camp.
Yes. That's a little foreshadowing.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's see. I just kind of highlighted a couple of things. The meaning or thinking we give an event is what determines how we ultimately feel about it. I think we kind of talked about this last time. This book kind of says a lot of the same things in a row.
Yeah, that's like one of those universal truths.
Yeah. Well, it's like you trip on something and hurt your leg, but that stops you from taking the next 5 steps and getting hit by a bus. You're pissed because you hurt your ankle and now you got to walk on a twisted ankle all day. But you don't consider that, it was just meant to happen. What happens. There's no real design to it.
Right. Yeah. It's whatever meaning you've created for it, right? But it's that quote has got a lot to do with this other podcast I listened to, which had a Auschwitz survivor.
Oh, okay.
And she wrote a book called Gift. Oh, sorry. Oh, there's a piece of paper here that I've got. It's sticky. But it was Dr. Edith Eger is her name.
Okay. And
she wrote a book called The Gift.
Okay.
And I was just listening to her podcast just randomly and found it.
Synchronicity.
Yeah. And she has a quote, "As an Auschwitz survivor, I'm here to tell you that the worst prison is not the one the Nazis put me in. The worst prison is the one I built for myself." Powerful words.
Yeah, and it's like, even if you look at the opposite direction, and that to me kind of, it's said in an opposite direction of what maybe you think to a normal life, where you put yourself in a harder situation than the world around you.
She was talking about turning it around and saying how that she wasn't stuck in the camp with them, but that they were stuck in the camp with her. Yeah, she's some powerful. It was some powerful shit. Let me tell you. The podcast was the Feel Better Live More, episode 253. In case you're interested.
Yeah, check that out.
Yeah, I just listened to like the first half hour of it, and it was she's 93 years old. I don't know. I want to say that I saw her at like St. Ambrose. I saw an Auschwitz survivor speak at.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, okay.
What's the one in Rock Island? That's not Ambrose.
Augustana.
I always get those two mixed up. They both start with an A. Why did they do that to us? Anyway, maybe it's because I'm not college educated. That's probably honestly the truth. But it was powerful. It was a very good podcast.
I bet.
And yeah, it's just your mind creates your reality.
Yeah, and I was trying to say, but I don't think I said it right. So your mind can easily make hard things harder, but it can make hard things easier too.
Yes.
For every time your brain works against you, if we can learn how to use it, we can make things easier. Easier said than done, for sure.
For sure.
But
for sure.
Sometimes you just got to say that to yourself.
Eat that frog, as they say. No, that's a good one. Yeah.
So this is just kind of a general thing I thought we could kind of talk about. Let's hypothetically say you really hate your job and it causes you an enormous amount of stress, anxiety, and frustration. And now I'm not saying let's pretend we both hate our jobs. I don't mind my job right now.
This is hard for me to do because I've purposely worked to have a job where I don't hate it, right?
Yeah. Give it time always, but
oh yeah, for sure.
Everything becomes a job.
Sure.
Oh, damn you. But I mean, just think about all those times where you've had a job you don't like.
That's what I was working on.
Yeah.
Worked at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, did I really hate that job in the moment?
Dude, I loved working at the pizza
And I was
place.
like, honestly, I liked the people I worked with.
Mm-hmm.
The job wasn't that bad. Sure, doing fries, that sucked. You know, breakfast rush, that sucked. Lunch rush, all the rushes sucked. But it was kind of fun. You know, there's like some camaraderie with your fellow cooks.
I see you like kind of make it into a game.
Yeah, it was. You always gamify everything. If I don't know, I don't think everyone does. If you can, it helps. But the only thing that really sucked is you just weren't getting paid for everything that you wanted to buy at that moment in time.
Yeah,
right. You were getting paid like $7. I can't remember what it was. $7
I started out
an hour.
$6.75 my first job.
It was just brutal.
But man, working in small company manufacturing, it was some of my least favorite work because they constantly didn't have enough people. They constantly had too much work. Everything was always late. It's like, wasn't shit late last week?
Right.
Why is shit late still today?
It's just perpetual, habitual lateness.
I have an idea. It's going to be late tomorrow too. I'm just going to put a couple bucks on that.
Surprise. I will say I did do magnetic particle inspection, which you do completely in the dark, right? And I did that on third shift for a while.
Whoa.
That was hard.
I bet.
I'd be lying to you if I didn't say I never took a nap. I took a nap.
Yes. I mean, I generally make friends everywhere I go. So,
yeah,
you know, leaving a job
absolutely.
is hard because you have to leave the people inherently. But, yeah, jobs suck. But you can find good things. Like, you sneak away for 5 minutes to go bullshit with the next guy.
Exactly. You just make it not suck somehow. I don't know. You just find a way.
Try to.
You find a way.
But then when it sucks, dude, I feel like I have for a long time brought my work home with me.
Oh yeah,
it's hard for me to let go
Definitely.
of stuff like that.
It's hard not to. We're not fucking perfect
people
right?
just want to do a good job. I truly think that.
Most people.
Yeah.
80%.
80-20 rule.
Pareto. Alfredo Pareto, an Italian economist. Just so you guys know.
His linguini is great.
Yeah.
But 80-20, most people just want to go do a good job, and for whatever reason, those were the jobs I just felt like I couldn't get ahead.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I worked at UPS, UPS ground over in Davenport. That I think goes down as maybe the worst job I had. I think, and it was. I want to say it was like $9 an hour, maybe a little bit more, but it was like not necessarily backbreaking labor, but it was like repetitive stress injury type labor where you were doing like 1,500 packages per hour or something like that, unloading trailers.
And you gotta like load them in a certain way.
Oh, well, I was unloading.
Oh,
That's what I was doing most of the time. And then
that seems like a better gig to me.
My buddy was a loader. A couple buddies were loaders.
You pull heavy stuff down as opposed to picking it up.
Yes. It was just easier. I just could go in there and go animal, basically. Pretty sure I fucked my back up from that job.
Dude, you go hard in the paint.
Yeah, my back's, it's like my hip is still like is on fire some days from that job, I swear. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, that's what I used to think about hating my job. And it just inspired me to, what can I do to not have this job anymore? Mm-hmm. And it's just like,
go to college. Go to online college.
Yeah, yes, online college. Yes, Matthew. Go into debt. That's what I was just thinking about doing. What?
Yeah, I've been in low level quality for I don't know, 10 years.
Yeah, me too.
And it was like, why am I always finding all these screw ups? And I'm telling these people like it's a problem. Nobody does anything about it. You just feel so unheard. You
feel useless. Like your job is completely pointless. It's like, oh, I accept or reject. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. And it's like, you can't help but feel like a cop.
Yeah.
You know,
you're the bad guy.
You find all the bad stuff.
Yep. You point out everybody else's fuck ups every time.
Yeah. I got pretty good at doing that, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
there's an art to it. Some people aren't good at it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, absolutely.
You know how to talk to people.
Yep. No, that's as simple as that, right? You just got to know how to talk to people.
Yeah. So let's keep
back to the book. Off on tangents, Matthew.
The root cause of, I just got a couple of things I think kind of in a row, or two things in a row before we get to the end of this one. The root cause of our suffering is our own thinking. Our perception of reality is very real. We will feel what we think, and our feelings are real. Something that makes me think of is, when I think irrationally, as we all do, I think, me and my wife, we have an okay relationship, and we're always trying to not make it worse and trying to make it better. And sometimes I find myself like keeping track, or thinking that she should be doing this or that.
Is that tit for tat, Matthew?
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes I get caught up in that kind of stuff, and I try not to.
It's easy.
And yeah, that's what I think. Therefore, I feel it, and then it becomes my reality until I can stop and be like, Matt, you just do what you do. If you got a problem, you can talk to your wife.
Exactly, Matthew.
But
it's hard though.
Yeah, all I try to do is do the best I can.
No,
and being upset about anything like that is not the best I can do. So I try not to.
No, it's definitely not the ideal reaction, right?
Mm-hmm. And I think that goes for driving in a car and you think somebody cuts you off.
I think that's something everybody can relate to, right? Road rage.
And it's like, that guy did that to me on purpose.
I once, not to go on another story time, so I was driving down Davenport, and this guy was driving like a jackwagon, right? And like lanes were merging down to one lane. The guy was driving in the side of the road, and I was driving my Subi,
Yeah, like you did.
Like I did. And the guy didn't get in front of me, right? So he follows me. He's behind me. Get up to the next light, and he is pointing a gun at me. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, you win. But it looked like some sort of those CO2 pellet guns. Yeah. It was probably it looked like a 22 caliber, whatever it was.
Worst case scenario, or best case scenario, it breaks your window and you're out $250.
Or he shoots you in the eye and it bounces around in your skull.
Yeah.
And that's what 22s do, right?
Takes you out.
Anyway, yeah, so ever since then, I've made it a very much an effort to not ever road rage.
Yeah.
I just let people pass me. If you want to drive around me, go ahead.
Yeah, even if somebody's being an asshole, you never know who that person is.
Right. Yes, you never know how their day was going.
Yeah.
Though I did have a lady in the parking lot the other day leave her cart behind my car. And I got
behind your car?
Yeah. And I get out and I'm like, hey, what the heck, lady? You have no idea what kind of day I've had. And I was like, oh, jeez. I was like, geez, Karen. I was like, I almost put the cart on top of her car. I thought about it.
Putting
but I was
that
too short.
Putting that cart away is better than having to deal with that person. Though.
Hey, I don't know. It's been a little while since I was doing a little jujitsu.
Did I send you that Cholo jujitsu?
No.
It was guys with bandanas, Hispanic guys from like Southern California. They're wearing flannels as gi.
Nice.
And they're like, he's talking about getting his flannel and choking him and stuff. That was too good.
I'm going to have to watch that.
Yeah,
now.
I'll send it to you.
I'll have to. No, that's awesome.
And then we got that monk story.
The monk story.
So I'm gonna just
justify it.
Yeah. What?
Justify.
It's justify.
Yes. Give us the
that's
gist.
A good word. Yeah. Justify it. So there's a monk at a monastery trying to meditate.
As they do.
As they're like, that's their job.
Like if you were to, isn't that weird? Kind of. That's like a safe stereotype.
Yes.
Right?
Kinda.
You can, monks meditate. They sit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So he's trying to meditate. He can't because everybody else is in the same room meditating around him. And like somebody coughs or like a cat bumps into him. And he's like, oh my God, I can't meditate here. And so he goes down to the riverside.
It was a lake.
A lake.
Yep.
Side.
Yep,
And so he tries to meditate there. And, it's going pretty good. You know, nobody's around. All of a sudden, a bunch of birds land in the lake. And he's like, fucking birds? I can't meditate with this happening around me. The next day, he spots a boat on the lake shore. He takes the boat out to the middle of the lake. The lake is so quiet, away from the village. Nothing's going on. He's meditating. He's in the zone. And then he hears like a sloshing. There's another boat coming right at him. He's like, hey, stop your boat. You're going to hit me. And then the boat doesn't stop. And he's like, you're going to stop. You're going to hit my boat. And the boat hits the boat. And he looks inside. Nobody's in the boat. Everywhere he went, people weren't going to let him do whatever the meditation exactly how he needed it. So he needed to learn how to do it out of perfect circumstances.
That's like a non-reaction, is what I would say.
What do you mean?
Like you're not reacting to whatever sensory input that you have. You're just noticing it.
Yeah.
That's what I would say he was missing. Right?
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, there's going to be quote-unquote obstacles. They're only as big an obstacle as you think.
Right. Sam Harris, in his meditation app, one of the practices is to meditate on the noises that you have coming in, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like if that monk had a Sam Harris meditation app in his ear, he would have been like, oh, I can just meditate on whatever sensory that you're getting. Yeah, it could be somebody shining a light in your eyes. You could close your eyes and meditate to the changing of your visual field. With your eyes closed. Interesting.
I do it kind of like, and whenever I can manage to make myself do it.
So you shouldn't have to make.
Dude.
Matthew, you should want to do it, Matthew. Come on, dude.
I want to. The mind is willing, but the body is.
That's hard, dude.
So I start counting my breaths. 1 in, 1 out, 2 in, 2 out. And as soon as something happens, start over. And then it's just like, oh, that happened. Let it go. Start over. And then it gives me like a little micro letting go session for when I'm feeling a little overwhelmed or about to get upset or something like that.
That's the hardest thing I think to get over initially when you first start trying to meditate is like your inability to meditate. You get frustrated and you're like, damn, I suck at this. And you're like, and then it's like prevents you from doing it more. And then somewhere along the point, maybe like day 4 or 5, you realize like your whole idea of what meditation was is completely wrong. So your idea of what you were trying to do was not accurate at all. It's just the weird thing about it, meditation, I guess.
For sure.
That's good. So good for you, Matthew.
I try, man.
Maybe we'll finish today off with a meditation.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Nice. That's a good idea.
So now we're going to move on to chapter 3. Why do we even think? It's a pretty short one. So the top quote is, "I think, and I think, and I think. I've thought myself out of happiness 1,000,000 times, but never into it once."
Power.
That is Jonathan Safran Foer.
That's yeah.
I feel like I have learned to think myself into not unhappiness. I can't say for sure happiness, but not unhappiness quite a few times.
So you're saying you thought yourself into
out of unhappiness.
Out of unhappiness, right? Yeah.
I mean, way more times thinking into unhappiness. But
yeah, right. Just sheer volume.
Yeah.
But just by nature of how we've been programmed. But I think it's like through. It's just a bunch of word salad.
I agree. It's another blanket statement.
Yeah.
But next time you're ramping up or somebody does something to set you off, I think it's important to maybe kind of think about that. You know, what am I going to think right now?
I've read too many self-help books to be reactionary anymore.
Oh, geez.
That's
perfect Justin over here.
The Four Agreements.
Oh, okay. That's one thing.
That's a great.
Maybe we'll do that one next.
That's a great book. I've listened to that thing so many times. It's probably unhealthy, but one of them is like, don't take things personally.
Yeah.
And that's pretty powerful, I think.
Most people don't care about you, so they don't do anything at you.
It's like anything that somebody does says so much more about that person than anything they could say about you.
Yeah.
You know, that's like once you actually come to
Until
that.
you react.
Right.
And then that is what's telling everybody. Right. Your reaction is what's telling everybody about you.
Exactly. It's powerful shit. Anyway, it's hard to be in control of yourself. That's the end of it.
Every day, every minute.
Right.
Impossible.
No, it's not possible. I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't have moments of weakness.
Yeah, everybody gets hit with that second arrow from last week.
Yes.
You know, something happens, first arrow, get hit with the second arrow, your reaction, everyone reacts.
Yep.
It's almost, at least to a point, you know?
No, absolutely.
And you're reacting to everything around you all the time. The mind's job is to alert us of potential dangers in our environment that may threaten our lives. Which is what it is. It's a tool.
It's a survival tool, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder if you think the mic could hear my stomach?
For sure it could hear it. Hopefully it'll get clipped out after editing.
That'd be kind of cool if you left it in there, though.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm hungry, dude. I forgot a fork today for lunch.
Oh, no.
So I didn't get to eat my tuna. I was like, oh,
you just use your hand?
I thought about just like
dipping your finger into that terrible tuna.
Yeah, but it's like olive oil tuna, so it's just like it would have been disaster for me.
They don't have like a little kitchen area there?
They do, actually. I should have went and checked for a fork.
Dude, you're not using all your tools.
No, I'm not.
Your mind has done an amazing job at what it was made to do, but now you may relieve it of its job because we no longer live in the wild where death could be right around the corner in a bush. Which I think that's the reaction. You know, that car that cuts you off, it's like, that guy's got one up on me, and I can't be down.
Right.
You know, I can't get caught off guard.
Oh, yeah. I mean, or fucking people at a mall. I mean, I don't know, we have so many mass shootings now, maybe we kind of need that survival instinct. You know what I'm saying?
You might not be wrong.
I mean, fucking there's some wackos
Be
out
on
there.
guard a little bit more, maybe.
I mean, just be aware of your situation. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Maybe what's the alternative? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of what this anxiety is all about, or depression. You know, the cell phones and the internet cuts us away from people, so we don't have that human interaction. I think that's maybe a little bit of what's causing depression. And then when we go places, there's like the only places people go: Walmart, the mall, Disney World. I don't know, but there's like 1 million people in all those places.
Something I was having a random thought when I was driving here. It's like, you know, like as children of the modern day, how we have like a lot. I mean, depression, anxiety, right? Think about how, like, as an infant, how much you are moved around in a physical space type of deal. Like, I feel like today people are like taking their kid from, you know, like, I mean, not necessarily infant age, but up to like
their house, grandma's house,
multiple places, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like just a few years ago, that up to a certain age, you were like in generally one spot, maybe. Maybe?
I don't know. When I grew up...
Or maybe I'm just making this all up.
Yeah, when I grew up, my mom was working, and my dad was working. So I think I went to my grandparents a lot, maybe, or a daycare. For sure, a daycare for a while. So I can't really relate with how parenting would have taken place then.
I guess I'm just completely making that
kids,
up.
I mean, even starting with my era, and I'm just a few years older than you, video games, internet. I would like to be outside for sure, but definitely not as much as, people older than me.
Right. Oh man, dude, my stomach
You're
is just
starving.
growling, dude. I'm hungry, dude. I'm hungry.
I
got a bunch of chili at home. I'm stoked to eat it.
Good.
Yeah, we had a chili cook-off.
Oh, at work?
Yeah.
Nice.
Completely.
Did you make some deer chili?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely fucked my recipe up. I made it at like 10 o'clock at night, the night before.
Of course, that's for sure.
Didn't taste test it at all, and I kind of just like changed the recipe up.
Why would you do that?
Because last time I made it way too spicy, right? Because I didn't follow the recipe last time. So I followed the recipe this time, and it just turned out super bland. I was like, boo. I should have tried it.
I'm like, if I put that deer chili in water, it would be great. Or if I put that deer meat in water, it would be great chili, dude.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But other people made some very fantastic chilies.
That is the hard part. Even if your chili's good, if it's against a bunch of great shit,
that's what I mean. These people are just doing different shit. That's like, goddamn.
Yeah. Like anybody put mushrooms in theirs?
No, they didn't.
What was the main vibe of most of them? Was anybody like a Texas chili, no beans?
Yeah, one of them was that's what one of the guys was like. You don't fucking put beans in chili. What the fuck?
Texas.
The fuck? Yeah, he's like. Then he said something about.
It's a thing though.
Yeah, I was like, hey.
Was it just like soup?
It was just like eating, maybe a made right type of a situation.
Oh,
Sloppy Joe.
Very loose.
Just a loose meat soup.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But the sweet heat was the kind of the winner.
Yeah.
There was a couple sweet heats.
Remember that smoking butts?
Oh man,
dude! If you could get some of that shit into a chili.
Oh, dude. Yeah, if you could do like a brisket type of. Oh man, I'm so hungry, dude. Why would you do that to me?
Okay, that's the end of what we got for the book.
I made a brisket over. Me and my brother cooked a brisket over the weekend too.
Full brisket?
It wasn't a full brisket.
Okay.
You know what I mean, like a half brisket or whatever they sell at Walmart. It was $50. But
I got a whole ham from Aldi. I'm gonna cook up
a whole ham.
Yeah, a spiral ham.
Okay.
A whole pig in my freezer.
Whole hog. Now you're talking, Matthew. Yeah.
There was a guy at my work that was talking about ham bone and bean soup.
Okay.
And
the bone.
Yeah, I'm like, that sounded pretty good for some reason. I don't know.
Bones always add flavor.
Yeah, I'll put the bone in and dice up a bunch of ham, because a spiral ham is more than my family's gonna eat.
That's a lot of meat.
Yeah,
that's a lot of meat.
And
I forgot deer meat again for you, man.
Oh, no big deal. I'll get it from you.
F it up.
I'll have to come over to your place and grab it sometime.
Yeah, we will. Well, yeah, that would be all right.
That'd be all right.
Well, you got anything else for us, Matthew?
Yeah, did you hear about? Would you watch the Super Bowl?
I did watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, how was okay outcome? I mean,
more important, did you watch the Volkanovski Islam Makhachev fight that happened the night before?
No, I didn't.
It was the most skillful fight in UFC history.
Yeah,
never happened before, where the number 1 and number 2 pound for pounds were both champions, both in their prime. So they fought each other. And arguably, so one guy, 145 champ, right?
Okay.
The other guy, 155 pound champ, right?
Okay.
This 155 pound guy, he's 5'10". This guy's 5'6". This 5'6" guy's got a longer reach still.
Oh.
Somehow, right? That's kind of weird, right? But, so this guy's like big for his weight class. The little guy won.
Oh, really?
But was robbed by the judges.
Really?
In my opinion. And a lot of other people on the interwebs. It was
the bigger guy was robbed.
No, the bigger guy won by the judges said it came to a judge's.
The little guy won.
In my opinion, he won. Sorry.
Let's start out with the facts.
Yeah, the facts was it came to a judge's decision. Islam, the winner, the bigger guy.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send you the link to the video so you can watch it.
I might just listen to the Joe Rogan if it was that good.
He did do a fight companion about it.
That'd be fun to listen to.
Yeah, I actually the next day, that was the first thing I did. I went straight to that fight because I wanted to hear what they said. I won't ruin it.
Oh, I'm assuming they agree.
Yeah, they do. They do. It was obvious.
Yeah, so the Super Bowl had this quote unquote black national anthem before the regular national anthem.
Is that what that was? Babyface?
No, it was a lady in a red dress.
Oh, what was Babyface doing then?
I did.
Because didn't it go Babyface and then Chris Stapleton too?
I don't know the order. I watched them out of order.
I was not paying that much attention, so I don't. They were singing a bunch of songs.
Yeah, for sure.
I was like, what is going on? I was like, I don't even know who Babyface is. He's like some 5-time Grammy. And,
really?
Yeah, whatever. I'm like, I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
He looks fairly old.
So
I thought he would be a rapper. I was like,
Babyface sounds like a rapper.
That's what I was like. It's Babyface, and then he's like sitting there with the guitar, and he's like, kind of. I was like, it wasn't bad.
Oh, there you go. So this black national anthem is the Lift Every Voice and Sing is what it's called. The song.
So it's not the national anthem?
Not the national anthem. People call it. It's referred to as the Black National Anthem.
Okay, no, I did not know this.
It was written in 1900 by James Weldon Johnson, and then his brother ended up putting music to it. And then in 1919, the NAACP decided it to be. I don't know if they called it the Black National Anthem, or this is what we're gonna, kind of bring us together type situation. And I just saw a bunch of hate online because
Are you surprised?
No, but also everybody, like, people hated Lady Gaga's.
I would rather them call it the second national anthem.
Yeah,
I think it's less like
triggering.
Yeah, because you're just like, you're automatically dividing it. You're making it about race.
You're making white people
it's
uncomfortable.
Too woke.
Yeah,
it's like everybody knows that woke shit is fucking whack. I mean, I think it's out in the open now.
Yeah, well, I saw a bunch of interviews of like people on the street.
I feel like the tide is turning. You know what I mean?
Well, and one lady was like asking a black person, was like, "Well, is it okay if we come up with a white national anthem?" And I was like, "That's the fucking dumbest shit I ever heard."
It's not an invalid question.
Well, and then I looked up the white national anthem, written by a white guy during the American Revolution.
Surprise,
Maybe
surprise.
the blacks were fighting, but they were definitely not doing it on their own.
Yeah, dude, that's what I mean. Anytime you make anything about race, it's dumb as shit.
The All Lives Matter people got to get into it.
And it's like, as soon as you make it exclusive to, like, you make it exclusive in any way, like, I feel like fucking, like, anything is usually open door, like, culturally is good. White race, like the racism shit, it's just like, I don't know. I'm not very good with the words right now.
Yeah. Well, something my wife had said to me, and I don't know where she heard it from, but it's like, it's a pie. We're going to get pieces of the pie, and just because somebody gets some of the pie doesn't mean you don't get your piece of the pie. You got plenty of pie for everybody.
Right. It's the whole famine mentality,
right?
Right?
It's the lobster thing,
They don't think enough. They think there's not enough to go around,
yeah.
So then they like start pushing down the people around them.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate to think.
I see it at my work too. It's kind of weird, man.
That's tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something that I'm glad I feel like I don't do.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds super unhealthy.
How about the glitter conspiracy of 2018?
This is news. Break it to me.
So Glitter X, lead manufacturer in the world, right here in our United States, in 2018 there was a shortage on glitter. Don't know why.
In what year? 2018?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so there was like a major news company that interviewed the CEO of Glitter X, or maybe just the spokesperson, and the interviewer asked, what is the main, buyer of glitter, and the lady said she couldn't say.
Ooh.
And so the interviewer was like, well, can you tell me what they do? No. And so everybody was coming up with these ideas of who it could be, and people were like, that's what what are those bombers called, those black stealth bombers? They were like, oh, black stealth bombers are coated in glitter, and that's how it makes them invisible to radar. And some people were saying like toothpaste. They actually did put toothpaste in, or glitter in toothpaste for a long time.
Really?
To make it look better, like on a commercial, like you squeeze it out on a commercial, ding.
The whole oral industry is kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Mouthwash is like another one that's like it was like originally designed as like just a cleaning product, and they were like, yeah, use it on your mouth.
You have to use this 2 times a day.
Yeah.
But the government banned putting glitter in toothpaste.
Thank you.
So what it turns out is it's probably the boat industry. They make bass boats.
Oh, yeah.
Boats,
yes. You've never
glittery.
Seen something so glittery.
The double-decker river wrecker.
Yes, double-decker river wrecker.
But so it kind of the conspiracy, everybody was kind of upset that it was just painting boats. That's fucked up. But the new conspiracy is like they don't want to say that shit because how does it react in the water? You know, I mean, little microfibers coming off all the time, putting glitter in the ocean.
I don't know. Have you ever seen like a Ranger boat? That's like, I've went to a lot of boat expos down at the Expo Center.
Okay, those
down
are cool.
in Rock Island. Oh, my dad always wanted a Ranger boat.
Okay.
And these things are the sparkliest, glitteriest thing ever.
Yeah.
And there's like so many layers of clear coat on them. I don't envision ever a flake of glitter ever coming off of them.
Yeah.
And it's just not possible. I don't.
Well,
I'm not a scientist.
Yeah.
But
the new conspiracy is like the big boat company doesn't want people to think that the boats are causing microplastics in the ocean, which there's a million of. There's millions of microplastics in the ocean.
Fucked up conspiracy. Where'd you find that?
Just on the internet.
Oh, goddamn interwebs. It's fucking glitter conspiracy. God damn it. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
So what else have you been going on? Have you been working on the dupe?
I have. I've been cleaning like a madman.
Yeah, just the bottom?
Yep. Just cleaning. Doing a lot of game planning for how I'm going to go about fixing it.
Okay.
Found some wood that I'm going to use for some trim.
That's cool.
Very cheap.
Oh, do you go to the rehab?
The rehab?
Habitat for Humanity?
I haven't for a while, but their hours are so fucking goofy. It's like,
plus it's on the opposite side of
so
the world
away.
as you.
And I don't have a truck. I actually had like $150 in like store credit I never got to use.
To the Habitat?
Yeah, because it was like I bought some stuff and it was like somehow that I was able to return it. I don't know how. And never spent it. Poof, gone. Just like that.
Had a year.
Yeah.
Spent 3 years.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, just planning on how I'm going to fix it up in a reasonable manner. Trying to do it as, I don't want to say cheap, but
efficient.
Yeah, efficient. You know, like if you look at how expensive trim is, that shit is.
There's no need for that.
It's so expensive,
no
and it's like I'm going to paint. Like I'm looking at replacing the floor, right? And usually you got to take the trim off, right, to put the flooring in. Luxury vinyl plank to be specific. Just because that stuff is so tough and pretty reasonable. It's like was it $1.99 or $2.99 a square foot last time I went
somewhere around there. You can probably find them.
It's a whole dollar more than when I did my upper unit.
Really?
Duplex. Yes.
Wow.
So it's going to be a whole $1,000 more.
Oh shit.
Then so it'll be about $3,000.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we did ours in sections.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not going to do it in sections.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I probably...
God forbid you bite off as much as you can chew.
I probably will have to do it in sections because somebody's going to be living in it.
You'll get it done in sections.
Fuck off. You're right. God damn it. All right.
And hit me out, dude. I'll help you out.
You want to?
Yeah, I'll fucking help you
Yeah,
out.
all right. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then trim. What else was it? And then after the flooring and the trim, it'll be trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the bathroom.
Bathrooms are tough.
Thinking remodel the whole thing because it's
That sounds like something you would think.
Well, last time I went to Galesburg Warehouse, they had like a whole like insert walls, 3 walls, and a tub for a shower. So it would be a non-tub because the one I have now is a tub, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just ancient looking.
Yeah, I moved a tub once. You ever move a tub?
I don't think so. I know they're heavy.
So heavy.
Like one of those old cast iron ones or something?
No, it was... I may have moved one of those. But it was just like, what are they, porcelain?
Porcelain, that's what I meant.
Dude smashed it up, and we just... Dude, you can't use bags. You gotta use buckets or
brutal.
Something.
That sucks. But yeah, so I know the shower is just... It's just fucking old and it's small, and I'd really like to just update it to make it more modern. Yeah, and putting a walk-in shower, I think, would really make it feel a lot bigger in there. And then I'm looking at building, because my dad has been investing in every woodworking tool. So nice. He's literally got everything.
The best tool to use is someone else's.
Exactly. Precisely. You taught me that, buddy. You taught me that. Said, oh, why don't you just always borrow first?
Yeah.
Borrow first. Right. I still have your jack, by the way.
In my jack? Okay.
It's in my car right now, actually, if you want it.
Sure.
All right. Right on.
I'll forget it if I don't.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah.
Is it a red one? A little red one?
Yeah.
Dude, keep it.
Yeah.
I have 2 of them.
All right. Fine then. That's fine. Thank you.
Just keep it in your car.
I probably should because I don't have a spare tire in there.
Damn.
Fiat doesn't come with a spare.
Oh, no.
How bogus is that? You see how tiny those things are, too?
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Attach it to the top of the car.
Yeah. How? That's so unaerodynamic, though.
Or Urkel's car. It had it in the front. Yeah.
Maybe I will do that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's got cool points attached to it. But one other thing I've been kind of thinking about doing is converting the detached 2-car garage to a studio or 1-bedroom apartment.
Did we talk about that?
You actually spawned that idea. You were the originator of it.
I think it's a great idea. You sent me a video of a guy doing way too much.
He did it up.
Yeah.
Right.
I would just make it a loft, just like one or a studio, just almost one big.
Yeah, because his was it had a loft, sleeping area, and then a separate 1-bedroom.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
A bathroom and
basically you just box in the bathroom and just the bathroom, and then put the bedroom up above it, right?
I mean,
and in the loft area,
I would just have the bed, and then a small dining table, and then a bathroom and a kitchen area.
See, what was different from his versus my garage is the pitch of the roof.
Is yours a little flatter?
I can't remember what it was. My dad said.
Well, his was like. It was a dirt floor.
Yeah, I know, right?
On a garage. I was like, who the fuck?
Mine's already at least got a pad.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to dig out to allow for plumbing and stuff.
What if you lived in there and you just did a compostable toilet and then do some sort of rain barrel system for water?
The problem with both of those, not to code. That's the problem. If you want it to be,
when do they gotta come there? You live.
When do they gotta know?
You
when
live
do they
in
gotta
and rent
know?
both of your spots out.
Right.
The old lady never go for it.
Yeah, I know she wouldn't go for it. No, but I don't know. I've been thinking about it, and the more I think about the more research I've done, the less of a good idea it seems.
Instead of cutting out for cement, build a bathroom onto it.
Like onto the outside?
Yeah. I think that would be more efficient.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
Maybe I'm right. I don't know. Don't say absolutely around here.
You're 100% factually correct by the laws of physics.
You done? I think that's good.
No, dude. We were going to keep this rolling, dude.
Oh, okay.
We're just spitballing.
Okay. What else you got?
No, I'm just joking. I don't have.
That was
anything
all
else.
I had.
Yeah, no, that's all I've got. I think. Hold on. Let me check my notes real fast before. Okay. I guess we could just roll whatever I have in my. I thought I thought you were going to bring up on that chapter 2 the question of isn't that where he asks you like to think about how much money you want to make?
Oh yeah.
How much money did you think about wanting to make?
I did this time around. I didn't do that exercise.
Okay.
But it's like, and right before that, he talks about money means something different to everyone.
Right.
And I'm trying to live with less money, so it doesn't matter how much I make.
Trying to live within your means.
Yeah.
Very un-American.
And again, I don't do it perfect every day.
Right. No, absolutely. That's something sometimes. I'm really talking about working on a budget. That's something that I'm working on is just not like I have an impulse buying thing where it's like I've convinced myself I need something, right?
Yeah.
And that's something I'm really fucking like, and it's like just not thinking about it seems to be like the best way to going about it almost.
Yeah, and everybody's gonna have different ways. We should talk about that next episode.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I did a lot better without saying dude, bro, or for sure. So goal achieved there. Just another side quote from that Auschwitz podcast. She was saying, this is a quote from her. She said, like, you need to think about where you are now. Where do you want to be? Pick a goal. Pay attention to what you're focusing on because it needs to be aligned to your goal. And that goal is freedom.
Damn.
And then the guy asks, well, how do you define freedom? And she says, freedom defined as letting go of the concentration camp you created for yourself in your head.
Yeah, like saying you can't do something or be some way.
Right. You are your number one self-limiter.
Yeah.
We'll end there. That's power.
All right. Be good to yourselves, guys.
Later, Tony Robbins. You better keep this in here, Matt.
Why would you do that?
That just felt good.
Just felt good.
Just felt good, dude. It was imprisoning me.